Hey guys, and welcome to today's vlog. This weekend we have nothing planned, like we have no shows or kind of outings planned with Rocky. So I am here, it's Sunday, and I'm going to give him a little jump at home. Yeah, I'm going to do a grid possibly, which will be his first time doing anything like that. He's only jumped single fences and at the very most a double, so he's definitely not super experienced with that. It'll be a nice simple one to start, and just something that we trot into, maybe a few canter pulls and then out over another fence. So I am very excited. It's quite nice and sunny today. Yeah, and he's been looking really good recently. He's looking really fit. So yeah, I'm gonna bring him in now and get ready. Well, I'll set up some fences first, actually. I'll show you that. Alright, so we have the grid set up. It's a trot pull, which is 2 of my large human strides. Not exactly sure in meters, I'm very sorry guys. To a cross pull, to 3 canter pulls. So these are just a bounce stride apart, which is about 3.5 meters. So you just canter, 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 and then the last one will become a fence and then will become an oxer. So very simple, just nice trot in. This will help him keep a contained canter stride and then pop out over the last. So I'll go get him now. Here he is. Here's the boy. Treats. Very good boy. Ready to do some jumping. Yay. Alrighty, we are tacked up and ready to go. Got our new EQPAD. Not new, but our EQPAD saddle pad on, and they have a new colour coming out and I'm so excited. Yeah, I think Rocky's looking very good if I do say so myself. Good boy. Alright, let's go get warmed up. Hey guys, and welcome to today's voiceover where we are going to watch my very smart thoroughbred work out how to jump. Very proud of him, using his big boy brain. Starting off not so strong with a little bit of a, oh my god, there's poles, I didn't see them until I jumped over the jump moment. But he was pretty honest and he turned into the last part. So we come around again and he gets a little bit excited and he's thinking, oh, I know the poles are coming, the poles are coming, the poles are coming, and you know, he cantered on through them a bit too big and he didn't shorten his stride, but at least he went over them. And then this, look at him, he goes slowly, he says, okay, 1, 2, 3, and jumps perfectly over them. Very, very proud. Smart boy. So now we make the last part a vertical, and this is where it goes a little bit downhill, in that he just can't really work out how to clear the second part. Takes a few goes. Be patient guys, we will get it. We come around again. I know he needs to go slower, but he doesn't believe me. So I ask him to go slower and he says, nah, no thank you. So I jump it again. And as I land, I use my reins, I sit up, I ask him to slow down, and it doesn't end that well. So at this point I realise that this isn't working, we need to change tactics. So I come over the fence and I don't pull him, I just drop my reins. And as expected, he canters on really fast and plows the jump down. That's fine. Come around again, loosen my reins, just letting him figure it out himself. He doesn't like hitting fences, I know he doesn't. So if he won't take my advice, he has to learn for himself. So we come around, and this time is interesting. He still knocks it, but he does a little bit of a twist. He tries with the front ends, and then he kind of forgets about the back end. So that's progress. I reward him for that. And then we come around again, and then this time we hit the jackpot. He does a jump, he doesn't knock it, and I didn't slow him down with my reins. He did it all by himself. It's a bit of a funny jump, but it did the job. Now we move on to the oxer. And to be honest, after this, it goes extremely well. He suddenly realises how to get himself out of the way of jumps. And as I said, he doesn't like to hit poles, so he's quite happy with this. And his technique improves as we go along, you know, that was a little bit of a funny one. And I also jumped it twice more, but I got photos instead of videos, so I can get to show you. But this is the second last time. Trots down, pretty nice. And even our getaway is so much more calm, and you know, I'm not having to pull him up afterwards. He's slowing down himself, he's trotting in fairly relaxed, he's cantering through fairly relaxed, he's cantering away nice and relaxed, all without me having to pull my reins at all.
Hey guys, so I'm just walking Rocky off down the road, or down the rail trail, and I thought I would give you a little talk through our day. So yes, it was Rocky's first ever time doing a grid, which you could definitely tell by the first few times through it. It was quite speedy. So at the start he was trotting in nicely to the crossbull and giving a good jump over the crossbull too, but then really speeding off down the poles, and I was trying to hold him and use my reins to slow him down, and he was just fighting my contact and would hit the poles anyway because he'd go hollow. So then I said, well, screw you, kind of. I'll just relax my reins, let you run down it and knock the pole, because if I'm pulling the reins and he knocks the pole, he thinks, oh, she pulls the reins and I knock the pole. Whereas if I don't do anything and he knocks the pole, he starts thinking, I did that to myself, and has to start thinking of ways to change in order to not hit the pole. So yeah, when I'm using my reins, I'm just distracting him. He's too busy fighting me to even think about the fence. So I risked my life. I know. The fence was very low and he wasn't going that fast, and I know he is genuinely careful and doesn't want to just hit the poles. So I did trust that he wasn't just going to absolutely hurdle through it and fall over or something crazy. So I just left, kept a soft contact, kept saying whoa, and sitting up a little bit with my shoulders to try and encourage him to slow down. He just hit the poles the first few times. Then there was a time that he kind of twisted to get over the fence, and I rewarded that because that was him thinking, what can I do here to stop hitting poles? And he tried that, and it's not what I want him to do, to stop hitting poles, but at least he's trying. And then he slowed down and he made a better shape over the jump and started clearing them. And yeah, he just had to figure it out himself. He doesn't really like to take outside advice from me. He has to learn himself through trial and error, and he did. He learned and he jumped really well then. And I put it up to probably the biggest jump we've ever jumped, which isn't saying much because I haven't really jumped on a huge amount and I've never put up fences. Sorry, just met a dog and had to stop filming. Yeah, I've never tested a scope, tested what height he can jump, anything like that, because there's absolutely no point. But in this case, it was good to have a bit of a bigger fence to actually get him to think about the fence and not just think, there's no fence there, I'll just canter as fast as I can. So he needed something substantial enough that he would actually look at it, but not so substantial that he'd ever get a fright or have a bad experience or anything like that. But yeah, it's insane how much his confidence has come on with jumping. He has no fear of jumps at all anymore. Like, to think this is the horse that was afraid of poles, but that is what just having good experiences and only asking him to do as much as I know he's capable of. Yeah, that's what happens when you do that. You get a confident horse, thank goodness. So I will say it's a lot easier to build confidence in a horse that's never actually had a bad experience. He just has no experience. So in Rocky's case, he just had never seen a pole before. That's why he was afraid. Whereas a horse that's actually had a bad experience, you know, crashed through a fence or something like that, or was pushed too far, it is a lot harder to build that confidence that's been lost. So yes, that was our schooling session today. So pleased, so happy with him. Next week is dressage boot camp week. I've decided we're gonna get our transitions down. I'll see you next week. We're gonna have our transitions so good, I promise. Hopefully, maybe. So that is the goal for next week. Transitions, and some long and low work, and yeah, all that kind of stuff. So very excited with him. Very pleased. He's I knew he was able to jump. I knew it. Even though he didn't give me much hope at the start. But he should be able to jump. Like, looking at him, he's an athletic horse. He should be able to jump. So yes, I'm very pleased. So that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you next week with our good transitions. Okay, we're about to go over a bridge, so I will see you next week. Bye guys. Clomp, clomp, clomp. He's a pro with bridges. I don't know what it is about going over bridges on a horse. It's kind of fun. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm probably going to head back now and bring him home and untack him and give him some food and put him out in the field. So yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye guys.